This is the book of the prophet Isaiah, chapter 17, verse 4. And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thy enemies in the land which thou knowest not. For ye have kindled a fire in my anger, which shall burn forever. I would like to start off giving all praise, all honor, and all glory to the creator of the heavens and the earth, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Bakakadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone, the real true leaders of all Israel on earth today, if you can receive it. Peace, love, blessings, and many salutations to the Lord's elect, the Akim scattered across the four corners of the earth, preaching this truth with all truth and all sincerity. A sincere shalom to the men, the women, and the children which believe on the names Yahweh, Yahweh Shah, which will be granted salvation in these last days. Shalom, shalom. And today I'm going to go in on something called helenization. And I got a brief, quick Wikipedia article for the definition and a little bit of history. And this article is about the spread of Greek culture for the remaining of places in Greece. So it says Hellenization or Hellenism is the adoption of Greek culture, religion, language, and identity by non-Greeks in the ancient period. So people took on the ways of the Greeks, man, their culture, their religion, their language, and identity. I'm going to click on the word identity. It says an ethnicity or ethnic group is grouping of people who identify with each other on the basis of perceived shared attributes that distinguish them from other groups. Those attributes can include a common nation of origin or common set of ancestry, traditions, language, history, society, religion, or social treatment. So our people took on the ways, the culture, the nature, the attributes of the Greeks. Because when you go to the book of Daniel, the 7th chapter, it speaks about 4 kingdoms. And the Greeks is in there. But where do you find that history at? You find that in the Apocrypha. That was also in the Bible before the Bible Destruction Group took it out. Matter of fact, the Apocrypha was in the Holy Scriptures longer than it wasn't, man. This thing of them taking the Apocrypha out of the Bible is something new. But the same way we just read, I'm going to read it again. This is like Hellenization that we're in now. Because what? Most of the Israelites call themselves what? African American or American, when we're none of those things, man. We've been Hellenized. This is Jeremiah 17:4. And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thy heritage that I gave thee. So if you stop from a heritage that the Most High gave you, what? You're Hellenized. Because you're taking on the culture, the ways of another nation, man. We got laws, we got statutes, and we have commandments to govern our lives with, man. And without those, what? We're you can say we're Gentiles, you know? But where was I going? Oh yeah, kind of. This is the book of 2nd Maccabees. No, it's the 1st Maccabees, Salakia. Maccabees 1. This is 2nd Maccabees chapter 1. And I'm going to start at verse 10, because this is under the Greek captivity, man. When Alexander the Great died and he had 4 generals, you know, and then coming up out of that kingdom was a wicked man known as Antiochus, surname Epiphanes, we about to read about. So this is 1 Maccabees 1 and 10. And there came out of them a wicked root, Antiochus, surname Epiphanes, son of Antiochus the king, who had been a hostage at Rome, and he reigned in the 137th year of the kingdom of the Greeks. In those days went there out of Israel wicked man, who persuaded many, saying, let us go make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us, for since we departed from them, we have much sorrow. So instead of being like Moses, who would rather suffer affliction with his own people, they went and made a covenant with the heathen, man, so they could get perks and live a little better than to have sorrow and keep the ways of your forefathers. Verse 12. So this device pleased them well. Then certain of the people were so forward herein that they went to the king, who gave them license to do after the ordinance of the heathen. Whereupon they built a place of exercise at Jerusalem according to the customs of the heathen, and made themselves what? Uncircumcised, and forsook the holy covenant, and joined themselves to the heathen, and were sold to do mischief. Now when the kingdom was established before Antiochus, he thought to reign over Egypt, that he might have the dominion of 2 realms. Wherefore he entered into Egypt with a great multitude, with chariots and elephants and horsemen and a great navy, and made war against Ptolemy, king of Egypt. But Ptolemy was afraid of him and fled, and many were wounded to death. So it's not only the Israelites that were Hellenized. When you look up this history, it was all people that were influenced by this Greekish way, by this freakish way, man. Same way as America, man. All these different nations come to America and get westernized, man. They come from all around the world. Let me find a point I wanted. Enter proudly and sanctuary until the way altering kind of sits and a table shoe bread, silver and gold, away massacre part of morning in Israel. Is it down some? Kind. It says I'm going to start at 38. First Maccabees 1 and 38. Because I'm on my break and I probably got like 5 minutes left. So I'm going to try to knock this out. This first Maccabees 1 and 38. And so much that the inhabitants of Jerusalem fled because of them. Whereupon the city was made an habitation of strangers, and became strange to those that were born in her, and her own children left her. So we had to flee from from our land. Her sanctuary was laid waste like a wilderness. Her feasts were turned into mourning, her Sabbaths into reproach, her honor into contempt. As had been her glory, so was her dishonor increased, and her excellency was turned into mourning. Moreover, King Antiochus wrote to his whole kingdom that all should be one people, and everyone should leave his laws. So all the heathen agreed according to the commandments of the king, Yea, many also of the Israelites consented to his religion, and sacrificed unto idols, and profaned the Sabbath. For the king had sent letters by messengers unto Jerusalem and the cities of Judah, that they should follow the strange laws of the land, and forbid burnt offerings and sacrifice, our customs, our heritage, and drink offerings in the temple, and they should profane the Sabbath and festival days, and pollute the sanctuary and holy people, set up altars and groves and chapels of idols, and sacrifice swine's flesh and unclean beasts, that they shall also leave their children uncircumcised, and make their souls abominable with all manner of uncleanness and profaneness, to the end they might forget the law and change all the ordinances. And whosoever would not do according to the commandments of the king, he said he should die. So that's that Hellenized period that our people went through. That's why when you go to Galatians, just say nor Jew nor Greek, because they were all one, because they're the same people. They were Israelites that took on the ways of the Greeks, man. I'm gonna read this definition again, and then I'm out of here. Hellenization. It says, is the adoption of Greek culture, religion, language, and identity by non-Greeks. So they took on the ways, they took on the customs of the Greeks. So when the Bible refers to those Gentiles and things of that nature, that's that Hellenization period. Hopefully somebody was edified through the power and spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. With that, I'm going to give all praise, all honor, all glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rahakadash. Double honors once again to my elders and my apostles at the great millstone. Peace, love, blessings, and many salutations to the Lord's elect. Shalom and Abad Babal.